Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku, or no, not Deku. What if Moo Moo was in My Hero Academia? Moo Moo is a custom character that I made for this What If. So, and it was designed to be her brother. Yes. Because I thought about this way a long time ago. Or it's probably, yeah. Because the don't see really too much of what her family would look like, or at all. So, yeah, she probably has her as her mom, or yeah. Plus, we don't even know what her like father is, but the so I decided to create Moo Moo Sun or whatever. I forget his name. Give me a moment. Found it. So
Moo Moo Sunotori.
yeah, that's what his name is. So yeah, he has the same powers as his sister and his mother too. So basically, he could transform into a cow or the centaur or like that. Depends on his own lifestyle. He's very protective of his family. Yeah, he doesn't see anyone as enemies, except for ones that are trying to kill his friends or family off. Yeah, and and plus I'm making him way overpowered than he would be. So go check out the other old parts of when Mumu was in My Hero Academia videos. So with that out of the way, and yeah, so start off with them being born. Or actually, she gave birth to her second and or both of them at the same time. They're actually same day but different time. And she gave birth to her and then to a young little cow, I think. A baby cow, basically. I don't want to be demonetized if I said it wrong way. So, yeah. So, baby cow, was came out of her, and they're all confused of why. Eh, eh, eh. So they decided to get rid of him. Um, and yeah, and in this alternate timeline, she like was also a pro hero and a farmer. So basically, she runs a farm. So yeah. So So she ends up giving this poor little Moo Moo Sunatori to her. As over years have passed, at the age of 4, she starts noticing this cow or baby cow isn't like a normal cow, as it transforms into a toddler about 4 years old, whom with and with horns that come out of his head. They are a size of where is it? They're like how Ares' horn came out of her head? Like that kind, yes. But yeah. So he ends up getting raised by her. And she taught him how being a farmer, her, and yeah. But then at age of 15, he mastered all the element or the so he circles around the cows to guide them into the correct spots. As the cows nose respects him, as they all go, oh, and he doesn't talk, as actually, I said about the talking part, not talking part. She taught him how to speak, as he used his talking. Yeah. Once you get them talking, he won't be quiet. So yeah. As he kind of like inherits both of her and her. When I say same abilities as her, he can. There was like 2 villains or group of villains that were ready to attack her. He could see it, as he's like, as he calls her, as she understands, as like a pro heroes, as they, as she runs, she battles against the villains, as one of them is about to shoot her in the back, in about very far away, as he turns into a cow, as he jumps over the fence, and he takes the bullet to the side instead. And or actually he transformed into a human and start doing that. Yeah. So then, yeah. So basically, Zuko, or not Zuko, Moo Sunatori, I think that's how you say his name, got hit in the shoulder or in the side instead of, or in the, or actually in the chest. As he says, as that one gunfire, as he, or as his, as she saw the bullet went through, pierced right through his heart. As she had the same like face as her. So yeah, Zuko, or not Zuko, the he ends up trying as he could not regenerate fast enough. But there's one thing. Well, when I earlier I said I made him so overpowered, I made his like he has the Monster Reborn ability. When I say that, it. If you never know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, go check out Yu-Gi-Oh and read the Monster Reborn's effect. And come back to this video. So yeah, he came back to life as he took out the bullet and flicked it away. Yeah. So then he goes, or so now 15. He goes to UA. As yeah, he goes to UA. Has that like internship thing, and he ends up in class 1A. And yeah, they he actually one day before or that they she took him to the quirk doctor to see the quirk thing. As Zuko, or as not Zuko, I keep doing these Zuko what ifs. So what if this is Moo? So yeah. So he has a quirk called I'm trying to think of a name, but it is similar to my ones that were did yesterday. Eh? But it is similar to him, and and to that visible girl. Yeah. So he could go invisible cow that could stretch his tendrils out, like his hooves, to make him look tall enough, or his human form. As, yeah, it allows him to do that. So, yeah, Zuko, Mumu, who was able to transform into a cow, and to just, because he's already in class 1A material, because Nezu told them that he'll be in class 1A, but he'll have to take it. So he does take it and passed to be class 1A student. As one day, or actually when they first started their, like, UA school thing, he runs into his sister that they don't recognize each other's. As she says those to him, as he laughs at her, not like out of anger or hatred thing, but out of, like, making the jokes thing. As he so I'm not gonna bore you with the dodge or ball throw, not dodgeball, not yet though, but ball throw, and the heroes versus villains on that USJ. Who else was there? Was none other pro hero than her. Yeah, she ends up was there, but she, like, has this weird feeling of she already met Muumu's. And before you even got started, she named him Moo, because he likes to say moo, moo. Yeah. And sometimes he really enjoys it. And yeah, basically, as Moo, who got teleported to where, yeah. So, as he sees Mr. Aizawa was about to get killed by, or actually he was with 13, so, yeah. As he runs, as he tells 13 that he's sorry to disobey. But as he transforms into a monster, because his rage, or he runs fast as lightning as he hits the Nomu with his head, sending the Nomu flying as he roars at him, as he runs faster again and beats a snot out of the Nomu. Oh. And yeah, I do have the pictures, but I don't feel like bringing them up. Yeah, this one. So then he found a weak spot, so he went for it, grabs the Nomu's brain, and and crushed the brain part, including his head too. So yeah. So then he ripped it out as he calms down. As he picks up Mr. Aizawa and he goes to the where 13 and the rest of them are at. As he drops the he dodges the Kirigiri's attacks. As as Mr. Aizawa tells Mumu that you'll get yourself killed. I only died once. As Mr. Aizawa. So this wouldn't be any different. As the high-end villains swarmed again all the way around him, as he could just jump away and run around, but he has his teacher on his arm, so he lifts Mr. Aizawa up, or actually he tells one of the students as he says, who wants to play catch or keep away from the villains, as he throws Mr. Aizawa with enough, as they caught him, as the villains comes in, dog piles onto on top of the Mumu, and as he gets stabbed a lot, got his limbs got flung around, as he transforms, as he busts everyone, like every villain or high-end villain got demolished. Like, there was no bodies even found. Because how brutal that was. As his limbs return, as 13 tells Mumu that the door is, or one of the students was panicking, as Moo Moo, in his monster form, tells them to get out of the way. I'll deal with it. As he goes and he used his horns as he charged right at it. As he starts swinging, or when he busts right through, so he transforms back into his human form. As his horns are size of, I'm trying to go up there, is like that. Yeah. So, yeah. So as he tells human Pikachu to radio it in, as he calls Nezu, as Nezu picks up and he explains as the pro heroes come, as the Moo Moo was standing at the front door to make sure that no villains could surpass him. Yeah, or pass him. As, yeah. Then it'll, yeah. So then, yeah. And it was kind of scary. So I'm skipping the sports festival, but he does do one thing. He teleported to where Hero Killer Stain's at, and straight up hurts him so bad that even Ling, this is one way to take your anger out on somebody. And he has foresight, so he could go into people's brains. So, or into the future, or what will happen. Yeah. So, yeah, basically, he won about 3/4. So, yeah. Hero Killer Stain got picked up by the Moo Moo and ended up going to the police station. He doesn't need to, wait for any other thing. So he sets down Hero Killer Stain that the pro heroes tried for years and years. But Moo Moo wasn't interested in, of popularity. He did it for his boredom. Because there's one thing that you do not want to see the key for cows is boredom. Like, if they're bored, they get enraged. I really don't know what it is, but yeah. So Moo Moo decides to beat the snot out of the pro hero. Not again, but the. So, yeah. As he gets popularity of a first student that beats a Hero Killer Stain. And yeah. So once you actually, when he or she at UA or USJ, she saw him transform into a cow. And then she gets reminded of that cow, or that baby cow, that was the size of a smallest Dr. Pepper in the world. Yeah. So then it hits her. Not really. But then she decides to be those people. As she ends up being, or actually after that stuff, after the sports festival, or actually during the sports festival too, was actually her went over to her like house, and she says, and she didn't of course told her that she didn't realize that her son had a mutation quirk, like same thing as she's not interested in reasons. Go ahead to take him. He's a great son. And and yeah. So she basically went in and told him, basically told him that he needs, or actually, as she tells, oh, or she could tell that um, or that her son is that great. So yeah, and so she tells her daughter that the truth, as yeah, as she says, you probably thought about if you had a sibling or not. As she says, yeah. Well, you know, Moo Moo? Yeah. The that when we first met, he and I, or actually, I he was trying to be those serious people, but he laughed it off like he took it as a joke, kind. As yeah, well, he is actually, of course, she says he's actually your brother. I didn't realize that your brother had a power to transform into a cow at a very young age. Usually, and then in this alternate timeline, whoever has powers, like not quirks, but actual abilities to allow them to shapeshift, are legendary rares. Basically, Yeah. So, yeah. And they need more attention than a normal person does, with a quirk or without. So, when Pony heard what he had, so what was his ability? Well, similar to my quirk, your your brother was born as a cow. Basically, baby cow that was size of a world's smallest Dr. Pepper can. Yeah. So then, yeah. Then after I'm skimming all the way to the camper because that's just how I do things. As at the camp park, she goes over and tells her brother that the yeah, she tells her brother that she was sorry for trying to be that kind of person. As he says, no need, sister, name. As, yeah. So, and he actually got, or actually not like his sights are not set on anyone, but someone else has their sights on him. Wonder who that would be? Yep, her. She loved him. Since after beginning of the school year, she loves him. Like she wants him to be hers. Yeah. And then all the stuff. Uh, like, yeah. The. So, finally, when she heard that he was the big brother to her, then she asked him, or actually, the mushroom girl asked, sorry if I'm making you sick, asked him if she and him could go out to have some dinner, or yeah. He doesn't actually know what her plans are, but when she told him what his plan is to date him, as this is what she says, you want to date somebody, big boy? As Moo Moo doesn't understand what does, as he says, sure, if as she walks up to him, hugs him. Yeah. So when she hugs him, and she will be her or his first girlfriend. And yeah, so they were dating through the entire school year. And yeah, at the All for One versus All Might, Moo showed up before her, and they blast as All Might was saying that this is the end. That same attack blasted many people's lives away. As the cow says, it's not over till a fat lady sings. Yeah. As he, and no, I'm not trying to be making that joke, or that's actually a saying for all of us to say. So it's not like, don't take the things literally. So yeah. So when the blast hits the Moo, he ended up stopped the attack. It didn't even go off. As he's pushing it, as everyone saw what he's doing, as he's pushing the attack right back at All for One. As his horn's about to break. And the attack was a few minutes short. As once it broke off, he had blood dripping from his vein. As he picks up the horn, his own horn, and stabs All for One with enough force. Yeah. As the horn disintegrated, as the yeah, basically, yeah. So I'm making this into the movie. So yeah, so Moo, after like he was recovering, his horn grew back to the way it was before. Yeah. As I like how hers is like all curved and that. Hers is like more of like round shape and brown. And then there's him. So yeah, more curved back than forwards. Yeah. So basically, Zuko or Moo was sorry. So Moo ended up on doing his thing as yeah, as he gets praised by everybody as he does like wipe off the blood. Before, as it was pretty painful. It was like, yeah, as he grew his horn, and it was pretty painful. And I'm skipping the overhaul fight, but at the Class A versus Class B, the Moo Moo was on Todoroki's team, and his sister was on his team. Yeah. And yeah. Moo Moo was basically, as Todoroki says, how's your horn doing? And you might need it for the battle between you and your sister. Well, I love my sister her much. So, but this is going to be fun. As he tells his sister that you and he will meet at her, way at her. But let's have some fun, okay? As, yeah, Mr. Aizawa says, or actually Blood Hero says that this is not a fun time. As he, or as she knows that what her brother means by having fun, as she says, oh, he doesn't mean like that kind of fun. He means like trying not to kill each other's other kind. As she explains that, and it's not like a actual death match. Okay? Is that not right? Blood Hero. As Blood Hero looks at her like, yeah, forgive me. Sorry. Okay? But mostly take it seriously. We will. As they try, or it happens like canon, but Moo Moo, who was really fast, he actually went invisible. Where did they go? As he captured him, and him. So the only person that wasn't captured was her. As, yeah. So she does like her special technique of shooting like those, as he like uses his special attack, and of his own horns, things similar to hers. But it was, yeah, puts her in prison thing. Yeah. So Class 1B, or lost, and Class A won. And yeah, so then after all that, Mushroom Girl, and him got married and had 2 kids. They were born as little cows, baby cows, with mushrooms on their backs. As he knew, as he tells her that, of course, she thought he was gonna get mad at her for it, as he giggles. I told me this story that I was a same. Yeah. As she says, really? Yeah. I was the size of a world's smallest Dr. Pepper guy. Do you want to see my meme picture? Sure. As she starts laughing her head off when she saw his. Or actually, she thinks that it's cute. And so they keep them, and they grew up to be, or they trained him. He trains them to become, using their powers, abilities, everything. As when everyone heard that Moo Moo was the first born of a legendary rare, they all like whoosh. Yep. So yeah, they praised her for giving birth to 2 awesome people. Yeah. So yeah, then all of the other stuff. Well, like me not doing that. Where did it go? There it is. So yeah. So this is the end of the what if. So please leave a like, share, subscribe. And if this video gets any number of those likes, then I'll do one of them on that's on the description. So yeah. So every dude, don't do like something too crazy, hey? So yeah. So please leave a like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things, and see you guys later. Bye.